Alright, welcome to Geometry 5-2, Law of Cosines. This is similar to the law of sines in that we're given the law to help us find missing parts of a triangle, be that an angle or a side. And so, just for example, looking at this example that we'll do in a little bit, you can see that we can't use in this one the law of sines because we need one more angle measurement in order to use the law of sines. We can't figure out what these are, and so because of that, we couldn't use the law of sines. But the law of cosines we can use, and that will help us solve this problem. And so, for the law of cosines, in this case, we're looking at B. So if we're looking for a missing side B, let's look at what law of cosines we would use. We have three here. So if we're looking for angle B, or in this triangle, angle B, side B, it's B squared equals A squared plus C squared, and minus 2 times the length of AC times the cosine of angle B. Yes, this one's a little just bit longer. It might be something that you need to memorize. I'll let these stay on the screen for a little bit longer because in your notes it's asking you what is the law of cosines, 3 law of cosines. This is what you need to fill in there. So I'll give you a second to write that in. It's also in your book, page 527. If you're looking for side A, again, A squared would equal B squared plus C squared minus 2 times the sides of B and C times the cosine of angle A. And same thing for C. But let's see how we could use this. So if we're solving for B, okay, let's fill in what we know. So we're looking for B squared equals A squared, which is 22 squared, plus C squared, which is 10 squared, minus 2 times A, which is 22, times C, which is 10, and I'm running out of space here, cosine of 44 degrees. Cosine of B, which is 44 degrees. Let's simplify this just a little bit here. So we have B squared, and you probably just want to use a calculator to help punch in, especially with the cosine. Let's punch this in. Alright, flash forward, I did some math. So 22 squared, 44, plus 10 squared is 100, so you have 584 there. And then 2 times 22 times 10 times the cosine of 44 would give you 316, approximately 0.51. Subtract those and you get 267.49, and then you square root each side to get B equals 16.35, or if you want to round, you can call that 16.4 if it was the nearest tenth. So that's using the law of cosines to solve a problem. Let's look at one more where it's only going to give us 3 sides. Again, this one we were given a side, an angle, a side, an angle, and a side. Let's look at the next one. Okay, so in this problem, we're given a triangle that gives us 3 side lengths and is asking us to find the measure of angle V. And real quick, let's just look on this. So again, I want you to see when you're looking at these 3 that if we're looking for an angle, that it's related to having our A squared in front. If we're looking for the cosine of angle A, if we're looking for the angle B or the measure of angle B, that we're going to lead with this one. And so let's go back to the next one. So in here we're going to say side V, and I'm going to, that's again the opposite of this angle, so side V, which is 4.4. Let me change my color here. So this is going to be 4.4 squared equals, and then your other 2 sides, 7.1 squared, plus 6.7 squared, minus 2 times 7.1 times 6.7 times the cosine of V, which is what we're looking for. I'm going to use a calculator to kind of clean some of this up again. 1 second. Okay, I've done a little bit of math and I want to walk you through before I move any further. So first I just added, what's 50? This is where we were, was this line. And that's just, I just squared 4.4, 19.36, 7.1, 50.41, 6.7 is 44.89, 2 times 7.1 times 6.7 is 95.14. We still have cosine of angle V. So if you add these two together, then you get 95.3. So you have 19.36 plus 95.3 minus 95.14 cosine V. Then I'm going to subtract 95.3 from both sides, subtraction property of equality, and I'm left with negative 75.94 equals, again, this 95.14 cosine V. Or negative, I'm sorry, let me write that in. And then I divide both sides by negative 95.14. And what I'm left with here, and now I'm going to write, I'll just write a new color so it's not confusing. I'll go up here. I'm left with this fraction of negative 75.94 over negative 95.4, and we could probably remove both those negatives if you want, equals the cosine of V. And again, just like when we were doing a similar problem with the law of sines, we're finding the measurement of an angle, we need to use the inverse. And so on your calculator, you want what is the inverse of cosine times this equation that we have, 75.94 over 95.4. And when you punch that in, you'll get that the measure of angle V equals 37.04. We could probably just round that to 37 degrees. So there's your measurement angle. So that's using the law of cosines to find an angle. Good. There'll be some real world application with this, and talk to you next time. Have fun. Bye.